Hi there, I'm Dan Joseph with Media Research Center. We're here at the Washington Convention Center for the Congressional Black Caucus Conference. We are asking people here what they think of the Tea Party movement.
Oh, Lord.
Should be very, very, very interesting. Do you think the Tea Party is racist?
I think it has a lot of racist undertones, but I'm not going to say the party as a whole.
The Tea Party has shown how a small group of persons can really have a great impact on the country and the direction that it's headed.
They are definitely discriminatory.
They came about at a time where most of America was relishing in the fact that the country had changed in some sort of symbolic way, and an African American had been elected president.
Well, from what I've seen, it appeared to be like they are.
I understand they want government to shrink, but I think there is a place for government.
I think the Tea Party should go to hell.
Okay.
Tea Party means trouble. You tell them to go to hell.
The Tea Party in the very beginning had to throw out one of its leaders, the leader of Tea Party Express, for basically coming up with what was defined at the time as a racist email that depicted Ben Jealous in a certain way.
First of all, I think that, you have this heated debate about the teabaggers and what position they hold within the Republican Party.
It's more of a response to the Democrats, and more specifically, a black man being in office.
Do you believe that the Tea Party is racist?
Well, I don't think the Tea Party is racist. I do think there are elements within the Tea Party that are trying to utilize this movement as a tool to espouse a racist agenda, but I don't think overall they are.
Do you think it's based on their ideology?
I think it's based on social class.
Do you think the Tea Party is racist? Or
for the most part, they've carried themselves in that way.
Okay, how can you give an example?
The true essence of the Tea Party came about when? Just now? Those issues that they're talking about now have not been issues that have already existed. And so all of a sudden now they coin themselves a Tea Party. At the time that you get quote-unquote African-American president, what else would somebody perceive?
Prior to George Bush, there weren't any Tea Party. So based on that factor, that seemed a racial undertone to me.
Do you think that the Tea Party is racist?
Yes.
You do, and what makes you think that?
Okay. Someone like Ms. Bachmann, who says that, I think it was Ms. Bachmann.
Michelle Bachmann,
who said that black people were better under slavery because they had two parents. I mean, when I heard that, I said, how can slavery be better because you had two parents?
What makes you think they're racist?
Just Sarah Palin and what's her Bachmann?
Michelle Bachmann.
I'd like to know where they were for the past 8 years previous. There was no such thing. All of a sudden, we have individuals speaking to me about retaking over the country.
We had the incident the day before the healthcare vote where we had two members, and I know that this is a very disputed incident.
It is very disputed.
However, knowing those two members, which were, of course, John Lewis, who's a civil rights legend, and a much younger member, the youngest member, actually, of the CBC, and the second youngest member of Congress, Andre Carson, claiming that they were, somebody said the N-word at them on their way to a vote.
Do you believe that the Tea Party is racist?
Well, you would have to take a consensus of all the teabaggers.
There are some Tea Partiers who are African Americans. Alan West, Herman Cain. What do you think about them?
I think they really should go to hell.
Okay, you don't like them at all?
They need some identity. They have some identity crisis.
You think it's an...
Yeah. I would like to give every Tea Party person a pie from the hell.
There are some very prominent African Americans in the Tea Party movement who are quite popular. Alan West, Herman Cain. What do you think about them? Because if the Tea Party were racist, they probably wouldn't be as popular.
We have racist black men too.
There were some within, again some, that utilized the N-word to refer to John Lewis, a historic figure within the civil rights movement from the state of Georgia. They spat at...
Now, those Tea Party members would dispute that.
Of course they would.
Because there's nothing on camera that shows it. It's John Lewis's word against theirs.
Well, they kind of take that tree that falls in the woods approach, which raises major concerns as well. If somebody beat you up in an alley and nobody saw it, does that mean it didn't happen?
If I had the bruises to prove it.
Thank you so much.
There are some members of the Tea Party who are black, and some prominent members. Alan West, Herman Cain.
And you know what we call them?
What do you call them?
Oreos.
Oreos?
Black on the outside, white on the inside.
I'd rather drink muddy water and lay down in a hollow log to hear anything. I'd rather hear a buzzard fight in December.